Can you start by talking about what you saw this weekend, both individually and from a team perspective?
Yeah, so we had a good start to our season. Sean Burke, our senior, he's one of the leaders on the team, and he stepped up big and he won the race, which is kind of what we expected from him at this point in the year. But he got out really comfortable and just went for it, and which is what we tried to tell him to do because it's so early. He doesn't really need to push himself too hard. But he won the race in a pretty solid time, 24:48 for this time of the year, which is good. And on that course, it's all grass, which is a little bit slower than usual, but. And then from a team perspective, we had a pretty specific race plan that we were looking for, and we were hoping our guys could get out and run in the front of that race inside the top 10 or so, and that's what they did over the first 4 miles. We definitely need to continue to improve upon those last 1,000 meters, 2,000 meters of that race, and that's something that we're going to focus on in training over the next couple of weeks. But it was a good start to our race, and the guys did well. So we were happy with the third-place finish, but also looking forward to next competition is going to be something that we're focusing on for that last mile.
Were there any performances that surprised you, or maybe someone who worked hard in the off-season to improve?
Yeah, I think there was a group of guys that all kind of came across the finish line all together. They were from like 18th to 22nd place or so, and they were our number 2 through 5 guys, 2 through 6. And all of those guys really worked together throughout that race, and that's something that if we're going to be successful as a team, they have to continue to do that throughout the year. So I don't know if it was necessarily surprising because that's a point of emphasis for us, but that's something that if we're going to be successful as a team, that's going to have to be continued at the Battle of Beantown and at the ACC Championship. So surprising, I think our freshman started off the season on a good foot, and Alex Corgan, he was a really good runner in Delaware, so he kind of came in and we weren't really sure what to expect from freshmen. You can never really count on them in an 8K moving up from a 5K, but he did well, and he's going to continue to get with the guys in training, and he'll do well next week too.
The next meet is the Coast to Coast Battle in Beantown. You already touched on what the focus is going to be for the next 2 weeks. So can you talk about the preparation, knowing you'll have some high-level teams coming in?
I think a lot of what we have to do is just to prepare mentally for that type of competition. We have, I think, 5 nationally ranked teams coming in. I think it's somewhere around there. So the guys are in shape, and they're going to continue to get in shape over the next 2 weeks, and that's something that just focusing on the mental aspect of running is something that we're going to be focusing on. But to do that, we're going to be just making pointers in their workouts just to focus on these last couple intervals or these last couple reps of whatever we're doing, and making sure that we're prepared to crush that last mile at Franklin Park and kind of be there with the big guns at that race.